Hey there, this is Mr. Icarus, and welcome to yet another episode of Doom Mod Madness. This time round, we're revisiting Demonsteele. And a few of you out there may be wondering, why? What possible reason could I have? Well, you've just witnessed it. This is a brand new character that's been added to the mod. A character called Shihong, hope I'm pronouncing that right, that provides a much different style of gameplay to the proceedings. Shihong is very much a brawler, a cyborg schoolgirl brawler, in fact, and it's slower, it's more methodical, and still quite satisfying. And yes, this is a lightsaber. What of it? It's great. Ultimately, though, the core of the game remains the same. The more demons you kill, the more you can fill up your combo meter and your special meter. The combo meter in the top right, that one thrives on unbroken chains of demon kills. And the more you can keep that up, the higher your rank will get, and the more damage your melee attacks will do. And that's pretty vital, because the melee attacks help you fill up your special meter, which is in the bottom left. And they're badass. They're pretty badass. As is the sword. God, I love the sword. It's a special item that you do have to go seek out most of the time. Personally, I would have loved to have it as a default weapon, but I can understand why it isn't, because you can just carve through entire rooms of enemies, and it does distract a little bit from the more fisticuff-focused gameplay of Shihong. But now we've got a little bit of extra charge, we're going to try another special on this guy. Oh yeah, that's how we do it. But yeah, specials are pretty simple to pull off, actually. They follow a similar system to that in the more recent Shadow Warrior. You hold down the melee option, and you double tap a direction. Whatever special is assigned to that will play out as long as you have the energy to do so. It's a system that works pretty smoothly, and coming back to this, it just reminds me why I enjoyed it so much in the first place. But let's do another one. Oh, that is a sweet roundhouse kick. That is Chuck Norris grade roundhouse kickery right there. And as you can tell, I find this supremely enjoyable, supremely satisfying. And if I'm not mistaken, we got a Revenant. Oh yeah. Oh god. Okay, I didn't quite expect that. We uppercutted a Revenant through an exit portal. That works. But wait. There's more. We have access to alternative combat styles with this particular character, which is just goddamn fantastic. Unfortunately, though, we're going to have to build up that old special meter all over again, so time to do a little bit of slice and dicing with the old lightsaber here. I kind of feel bad about using the lightsaber, because it really does distract from what the character is actually all about, which is measured, paced, melee combat, and hopefully I'll actually show off some of that a little later on. But this is another feature right here that I enjoy about this character. You've got access to night vision, which doesn't suck. Usually the colors get a little bit weird in standard night vision mode, but here it works extremely well. With the alternative character, with the primary character Hey Lin, you actually get a flashlight, which works pretty well in its own right as well. But all things considered, I really need to work on my getting good, as they say, with this particular gameplay mod, because it really is conditional on you avoiding taking damage wherever possible to build up that combo meter, to build up that special, and I am just rubbish at it, so yeah. Thank God for Doritos. I feel it's about high time we let loose a special. Oh, that is fun. And that's just one of them. We've got another two to access in this particular mode, so we've definitely got enough special to do it. I'm just waiting for a good situation to pull it off in. And actually, while I'm at it, I can show you a melee mechanic, which is pretty cool. You can stun enemies, which I imagine is extremely useful if you don't have access to the lightsaber like I do, because this right here is pretty much easy modo, and I'm making this look far less challenging than it actually is if you stick to, you know, fists and guns. But here's another special. If I can get it right. There we go. You can lay mines, which in this situation is really useful, because a horde of imps try to spill out of that little entryway there. And as you can see, a lot of them are no longer of this plane of existence, which is exactly how I wanted it. Oh, I think we've got another Mancubus left. Got to be a bit careful with these guys. They're a lot more aggressive in Demonsteele than they normally are. It's more advisable to take cover when they're going full pelt with their cannons, but I'm not really all that great, as you can see, which is why I'm now down to 4 health. Oh, what? I forgot the bloody key! That's just me, isn't it? That's just me all over. Right, where was I? I think we were going to pay a few revenants a visit. Cut them in half, like. Or not. I think we botched that one up. Thankfully, the lightsaber is viable in just regular swinging about like a madman mode as well, which is just my default style. So we're okay, we're good. But hopefully, through this next area here, I can build up enough special charge to actually pull off the other move that you can do with this particular mode, which is also pretty cool. A lot cooler than just putting down mines, to be honest. It's much more along the lines of that first move that I tried. But yeah, we're going to have to carve up a few more. We need 3 bars minimum to get this party started. Thankfully, projectile weapons do contribute to the special gauge here, which is nice. And yep, we're ready to go! Yep, they're all dead. Oh, that's great. But as you can tell, it generally homes in on a central point and sends out a load of rebound missiles as well, which is really handy if you're dealing with crowds. But believe it or not, there's more. We've also got access to Ninja Mode, which has a much fancier name really, but I'm terrible at remembering it. You can turn yourself invisible, which is great for avoiding big crowds of angry enemies and circling around them and causing all sorts of mischief. And you can also activate tele-punches. Now this allows you to throw punches from a distance, and it's a pretty damn cool idea. It basically allows you to mitigate the risk of getting up close and personal with an enemy. Not only can you keep them beyond arm's length, you can also anticipate any potential return fire. And in my opinion, this mode is probably one of the more tactically interesting styles available for this character in Demonsteele. Now, apparently there is a 4th mode that you can activate for this particular character, but for the life of me, I haven't been able to figure out how exactly to do it. It's there in the control customization. I have bound a key to it, but it just doesn't work. And the best I can figure is it's conditional on picking up a particular item during the course of a playthrough. It's something that you have to earn, that you have to find, much like the lightsaber item. Or it could just not be ready yet and not be active in the mod. That is also a possibility. But in the meantime, the available stuff is just great fun to use. It feels chunky, it feels physical, it feels like there's some real weight behind the moves that you're making, and it's real, solid, entertaining work. But believe it or not, we're still not done yet. There is but one more special available to this particular style that I haven't showcased, and thankfully, we do now have enough juice in our special meter to pull it off. We just need to find ourselves a crowd of unwitting, unwilling demon participants. These'll do. And there we go. Pretty low-key, but it's a little item that you throw on the floor, and it lets off a high-pitched noise that will disable certain enemies, and occasionally make a few of them explode into lovely bloody chunks, which is pretty frickin' ninja, if I say so myself. Well, at least in the cyborg schoolgirl sense of the word, at least. But yeah, Demonsteele, in my opinion, remains one of the best gameplay mods you can experience for Doom right now, and it's only gotten better with this particular edition. I just really love the idea of it. I love the changes to the core gameplay, and that is cool. That is a really cool death animation. And I just hope to see more in future. I'm hoping to find out what that mysterious 4th fighting style is for this character. I'm wondering if the creator is thinking of adding a 3rd. Good grief. What could you possibly do after this? I mean, a 3rd character would have to be something pretty special. But it suddenly occurs to me that I've spent most of this video neglecting the weaponry that we've got available here, because for me, Demonsteele is all about the melee. It's all about carving up, about punching demons in the face, and the guns feel to me very much like a secondary option, complementary to the real star of the show. But with this character, you get your own unique suite of weapons, and I feel like they have greater prominence with this character because you can still use them to kill demons, and it will still contribute to your special meter. And that's a pretty big tweak, especially in comparison to the primary character, who I'm pretty sure can only collect energy for the special meter by killing enemies with her sword. If she uses guns, that meter doesn't budge an inch, but that's very different when playing with this character. And I think it's a concession for the slower gameplay style, the fact that you usually have to take a bit more risk in terms of getting up close and personal with the enemies, and it certainly does make a lot of sense to me. So yeah, that's the new and improved Demonsteele. I'm really happy I decided to come back and have another look at this mod. It was tremendously fun the first time round, and it's even more so this time round. And if you've never played it before, there is no better time to check it out than now. The link, as usual, is in the description below. And if you feel like checking out my original impressions of Demonsteele, the link to that video is also down there too. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Feel free to let me know what you thought in the comments below. Feel free to point out any bits that I may have missed. And if you've got any mods you'd like to see me cover in future episodes of Doom Mod Madness, feel free to chuck them in there too. This has been Mr. Icarus. Thank you very much for watching. Icarus out.